Hey guys, what is up? Pine Belt Beer Reviews back here again with you today for another one. The one I have today is the Magic Hat Starlit Star Anise Porter. This is one I just found very recently, in fact, just yesterday in stores. I've never seen it before, but I've had a lot of, well, I say a lot, but I've had a few good experiences with Magic Hat. They've been growing on me as a brewery. When I started out, it was just their Circus Boy and Magic Hat #9, and those two were okay, but they've recently just kind of been winning me over with their Seance is pretty good, and their Dream Machine IPL and things like that. So I wanted to go ahead and pick this up because I was excited to see a new Magic Hat brew. So just some stuff on the bottle. It says the ancient, and this is a porter, an English style porter. 5.8% alcohol by volume by Magic Hat. Believe Magic Hat Brewing Company, South Burlington, Vermont. They have two breweries, one in Vermont, one in Rochester, New York. Anyway, so this one says never mind. It's just they just have a generic type of description on every one of their bottles. I thought it was going to be a description of the beer. See, there is actually though one Starlit, and they have a really nice website too, by the way. Lots of good animations and stuff. Anyway, Starlit is a true, robust English porter, medium-bodied and full of dark chocolate and caramel malt flavors. The finish is dried with lingering flavors of star anise and slight warmth of alcohol. The malts are pale chocolate and caramel, and the hops are Apollo. Again, 5.8% ABV, 28 IBUs. I'm not sure what SRM means, but that's at 90 SRM. I'm not quite sure. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments. But available this winter, October through January, winter variety pack. It gets an 84 on Beer Advocate. The bros haven't looked at it yet. And it gets a, let me check, my 3.2 on Untapped. So a little lower. A lot of beers end up being 3.6, 3.8 sometimes on Untapped for the average. But let's go ahead and crack it open. Just gonna use my keychain opener and a little bit of smoke. Might be able to see that. That's sort of fading out, but it's just still lingering in there a little bit. Let's go ahead and just give this one a pour. I think I'm just going to go down the side and kind of finish it with a decent long pour. Get all that in there. Alright. So, with that, it poured about 1 fingers of sort of fizzy, sort of kind of beige tan head. Looks like it might dissipate pretty quick, and it might not leave a lot of lacing actually, just as I'm twirling it around in the glass. But poured pretty much like a typical porter color, like with your stout. So it'll usually be a much darker brown, or close to a black. But this is kind of more of like a really dark, very very dark ruby brown. So yeah, and it's, see if I can see, it's kind of dark though, I probably won't see any carbonation. Well, there's a little bit, and it looks like it's basically clear. So let's go ahead and go for the aroma on this one. So it's kind of got a little bit of that just typical beer smell, like I always just kind of attribute it to just this sudsy sort of soap smell, but it's not soap obviously, because they wouldn't put soap. No one puts soap in beer, I would hope. But pretty rich. There's some dark fruit in there. There's some dark, the roasty maltiness type of thing. There's that head's already starting to dissipate. There's some sort of there's some spiciness there, but I wouldn't really say it's. I could not really say if it's star anise in particular. Mostly because I don't really smell star anise all that often, unless it's in like some sort of spiced tea or like chai or something like that. But it's maybe a little bit of the chocolatey kind of notes. Definitely getting caramel actually. So So yeah, it smells like a pretty decently spiced and just kind of nice porter. So let's go ahead and go for the aroma on it without spilling any, not aroma to taste. So there's like pretty much like a baseline porter flavor here. Kind of roasty, kind of dark, malty. But besides that, on the first sip, there's not a whole lot going on the finish. Um, yeah, it's like it's just you get like a baseline porter flavor. You get dark fruits. Get some caramel malts. You get the roasty malt, the roasty darker malts. You get the caramel. You get, like I said, the darker fruits like dates or figs or something like that. Um, Not really any chocolatiness that I'm picking up. Not any chocolate notes. Not really any coffee. Just very dark roasty malts. And that's kind of more, like I said, on the front, and then it sort of kind of tapers off actually towards the finish. Yeah, the whole flavor profile does not really stick around all that long. Maybe just a tad bit. There's like a small amount of spiciness there, but otherwise it's fairly just kind of neutral porter, to be honest with you. Um, uh, so, given that, the mouthfeel is pretty nice though. Prickly on the front, and then there's just this sort of almost thick. Some people describe it as like chewiness on the back. Um, so it's like kind of like a medium mouthfeel, again with that prickliness, and then the kind of filmy sort of sensation that it gives throughout like your whole just kind of uh, whole mouth kind of as you finish it. A little bit of alcohol warmth in the chest, but otherwise, what could also be from the any star anise added, but anyway, otherwise, overall, it's not really too impressive or anything like that. It's like I said, just has this really just sort of basic porter flavor, just a very baseline type of porter profile. So a little bit. I was hoping it would be a little bit more spicier, have a little bit more punch to it, a little bit more of the chocolatiness. It's not bad though. You can't say anything. I can't really say anything bad about it other than it's a little weak in its flavor profile that it claims to follow. But otherwise, I mean, for what it is, I'm going to go ahead and just give it a B. I think it's just it's not very good, but it's good. I think if it was like a B minus, it would just be I don't know, kind of good. C would I just think okay or decent, but it's good. It is good. It's so that's why I'm just going to go ahead and go with the B on this one. I just think that it needs a bit more to round it out, and I think it's just that's what it's lacking is something that's going to round it out. It starts fairly decent, but then it just kind of like I said tapers out. So yeah, B on this one. I guess if you want to try it, I wouldn't recommend buying it in a 6-pack. I would probably just go ahead and try a single if you just kind of wanted to try a spiced holiday porter from Magic Hat. But other than that, it's probably not going to be worth the amount that it would cost to buy a 6-pack of it, which probably be around $8-9. So with that, guys, be on this one on the Magic Cat Starlit Star Anise Porter. And until next time, thanks for watching.